Dun, 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 dun. I was just watching a video right now. I don't remember what it was called, but it was this girl talking about how to read more and to fit more reading into your day along that line. One of the pieces of advice she said was to straight up turn off Wi-Fi in the whole house, or even just to get those apps and stuff that limit your phone or your computer from doing certain time-wasting actions, especially if you were in a book slump and you just don't feel like reading and all you want to do is maybe watch some Netflix or whatever. I don't understand. I don't know, there are many things I don't understand about the whole Booktube community, and this is kind of one of them, where people feel so much pressure that they have to be reading a lot of the time and they want to be reading a lot of the time. I get the impression that people feel bad when they have a book slump and aren't reading. Sometimes I don't read for weeks. There's not a problem with that. Sometimes I just don't feel like reading. Sometimes I go weeks without listening to music because no music interests me. Listening to those natural sounds, that's the real music. Nature. I go weeks without watching YouTube, without watching TV shows, without watching movies, without doing certain things that I usually tend to do. And then there are other times where I do one thing to the extreme. Lately, I've been listening to so many podcasts. And then, of course, finally, there are times when everything is more equal and I do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. My interests change and evolve and vary at different times depending, I don't know, on my mood, the time of the year, the stars, the planet, astrology. I don't even believe, but God, religion. My hobbies vary at different times. And that includes books and reading, and that's totally fine. I just don't see a problem with it. If I don't want to sit down and, read for a few hours, why would I force myself to do that when I know I could be doing something that I would enjoy more? I truly don't understand. Why would you force yourself to, and especially go to the extent of turning off Wi-Fi, as if this is something you have to do. Reading as a hobby is for enjoyment and pleasure, as any hobby is. It's like the thing where people feel like they aren't reading enough compared to others. It's not a sport. I feel like I'm squinting in this video the entire time. It's really bright out right now. I don't understand. A little bit of the community I'm very confused about. One of those things being when people label themselves as a reader, I think it puts too much pressure on them, and it seems to me that they feel like they have to uphold that label, and they're like, I'm a reader, which means I have to be reading 10,000 books at once and finish them all in 3 days. I would just have to call myself a reader because I just enjoy the hobby of it, and I think that's kind of the only thing that matters about it. But can we just talk for a little minute about that word? Just the word reader is just, it's a little weird. Just the word reader, that's kind of weird if I'm being honest. I don't call myself a watcher because I watch TV shows. I don't call myself a listener because I listen to music. Why do you have to call yourself a reader? To me, I wouldn't call myself a reader. I would just say that I read. I don't know how much I should say on this subject because there are more things I think about. Oh, I should just go for it. I'm already digging my hole right now. The impression I get from some people who make YouTube videos and call themselves a reader, that kind of deal, I kind of feel a little bit, just a little bit, like, they just seem a little high up on their pedestal just because they read. Am I crazy? Am I the only one who feels this? Probably, yes. I'm waiting for the dislikes to roll in. Yes, please. I'll take one. One more. Thank you. I don't feel like everyone who calls themselves a reader is like that, but certainly some people. I think it's from the idea where you just seem more studious and stuff if you read, opposing to, I don't know, watching something. For me, I enjoy just stories. I just like being entertained. So whether I'm entertained in reading format or in visual format or audio format, I don't give a damn. I know reading isn't special to me. It just isn't. It's just like, sometimes I just can't relate. Reading routines. What? I don't know, maybe reading routines is something that a lot of people have and is actually super common or something. For me, my reading routine is, if I start putting that much of my life into a routine, I think I just go crazy. But I don't know, maybe some people enjoy it. Maybe I can't hate on that one. You know what? I'm not gonna hate on that one. We're all different. It's not for me, but if you want to do a reading routine, go ahead. It's also worth it to make a whole video about, apparently, because people watch them. Maybe I'm being so not understanding right now. I don't even know. You do you. I'll do me, and part of me doing me is making this video voicing my opinions.